Option number 2 is replacing your standard web belt and plastic buckle that's in the belt loops of your turnout pants with your escape belt. All you're doing is routing the escape belt through all the loops that your normal belt was routed through. This configuration allows 2 options to set up. You can go with the independent, non-pre-attached system, or you can go with the integrated, pre-attached setup. Looking at the non-pre-attached or independent setup. Some firefighters prefer to wear their belt inside their pants versus on their coat because they find it more comfortable. Remember what I talked about. When you wear the belt on the outside of your coat, it's around your waist, and that's all soft tissue except for your spine. So when you load it, it compresses all that. It can be very uncomfortable. By having the belt lower on your hips, you have your pelvis to take some of that weight, that bone structure, so it's more comfortable. That's why some firefighters prefer it. If you're going to be routing your belt through your pants for that independent non-pre-attached setup, it doesn't matter what side your buckle is on and what side your main attachment ring is on. Buckle can be on your right, main attachment rings can be on your left, opposite of what I have here. Because when you're hooking up, you're going to be connecting to the top portion of the main connection ring of the belt. That's what I recommend, just like on the outside of your coat. Okay? The advantage again of this, more comfortable when you load it. However, there is a disadvantage. When you have your coat on, it covers up that main connection ring of your belt, and that's problematic. So if you're going with the independent non-pre-attached system, you're going to have to lift up your coat to find that main connection ring, deflect it down, and hook up your DCD carabiner. That can be problematic depending on the overlap of your coat. Remember, your SUV waist strap is going to be on the top of it too, so you can only lift it up so high. And if you're in a life and death, seconds count emergency, this can be an issue. My recommendation is if you're going to be wearing your belt, your escape belt, in your pants, or the belt loops of your pants, that you only go with an integrated pre-attached system. For that configuration, your escape belt has to be routed through the belt loops of your turnout pants in one specific way and one way only. You have to have the buckle on your left, the main attachment ring on your right, and that designated D-ring has to be in front of the belt loop on your right, okay? Where these floating equipment rings are doesn't really matter. I always like to keep them forward, so you may have to adjust your belt to try to get them from the back to the sides if you plan on using them to hang anything off of, your gloves, webbing, etc. But this is the area of the belt that you're most concerned with. Main attachment ring on your right, designated D-ring in front of this portion of the belt loop. This is a thicker portion, the front forward belt loop. You want this D-ring in front of it, okay? And the belt here should be tight. These actually aren't my pants, but this belt, your escape belt should be as tight as a regular escape belt, especially if you're not wearing suspenders. You're gonna want this to be a snug fit, so you really gotta squeeze it together, okay? Now, when you're pre-attaching, you're going with the integrated system, this is where your webbing's gonna go. Here's what that configuration looks like. Again, this is going to be an option to you. So after the completion of phase 1 of your training, self-rescue techniques, you find that the integrated, pre-attached system works well for you and you prefer it, the department will issue you one of these lanyards. This is the Tech Extension lanyard from Sterling. It's the 9-inch version. Again, it's 100% Kevlar. What you're going to do is you're going to take the lanyard and girth hitch it to that designated D-ring. This will always be on your belt. When you sign out your system in the morning, you check all the components out, you get it in position inside your pocket. You're going to rotate the F4 system carabiner, open up the gate, connect the lanyard to it, lock off the gate, make sure it's locked, push your components down to get that carabiner again in that corner forward portion of your pocket. Get as much overlap as you can. That's it. You'll see that's a nice streamlined low profile design and all your hardware is covered up. When you want to deploy an integrated pre-attached system, again, this takes practice, but this is the preferred method if you can do it. You can use your right hand, reach down, open up the flap of your pants pocket, reach across your body, find the top portion of the flash hook, pull your system out, everything rotates into position, and you're pre-connected. By far and away, an integrated pre-attached system allows for the fastest, most efficient escape because there's no fumbling trying to find where your connection is and making that connection properly. Everything's already pre-connected. Hooks in your pocket for standard deployment, place it in your sill, grab your brake hand, we'll talk about that punching out technique, and you're out the window, literally in seconds. However, I'm going to tell you this, believe it or not, there are some disadvantages to a pre-attached system. Okay? You're going to find out if it's going to work well for you or not. And we're going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages in both phase 1, self-rescue techniques, and in phase 2, victim rescue techniques of your training. If it works for you, this is the way to go.